Hey everybody, it's Mary with Exploretography, getting dinner ready tonight at our campsite here at Montana Mountain Loop. So tonight we're going to do surf and turf. We've got a tomahawk steak here. I've taken it out of the cooler, rubbed it down with some olive oil, salt, pepper, and garlic. This Kinder's here. So I seasoned it pretty well with that on all sides, and I tried to get around the edges too. We're gonna go ahead and cook this directly on the campfire. We've got a grate that we're gonna put on the campfire. I'm gonna sear it first, and then I'm gonna put it on direct heat and let it cook for a while. So it's probably gonna be a late dinner tonight. We've got some butter with some rosemary and garlic that we're gonna go ahead and put on the fire as well. And as this is cooking, we're just gonna continue to brush the steak with this butter. And then as far as the surf and turf over here on this table, I've got some zucchini, some asparagus, some potatoes, parsley, and some Key West shrimp that we're gonna go ahead and put in a tin foil packet. So I'm gonna chop these up. I'm gonna chop the vegetables up a little smaller. We're gonna put it in the tin foil packet. The tin foil packet is gonna go on the grill with the steaks a little. Obviously it's not going to take as long, so we're going to put that on a little later, but I'm going to go ahead and start chopping the vegetables and getting the packets ready, so when they're ready to go on, then they're ready. So I'm going to get to chopping. So I do have some potatoes, smaller potatoes, that I'm going to put in there. I am going to slice them very thin so they do get cooked all the way. A lot of times if you have a microwave available, it's best to microwave them a little bit so they're softer so they cook all the way, but I'm gonna make sure we cut them really thin. And I'm not a professional chopper. I do still have all my fingers, but probably not for long. And I may not chop all these vegetables. We'll see how full the foil gets as I do it. I do have some rosemary and thyme in the foil packets as well. I'm going to drizzle it with some olive oil. Also some of the garlic, salt, and pepper. And I have some lemon juice that'll taste really good with the I figured with that big piece of meat and the shrimp that we didn't really need a whole lot to go with it. We thought the vegetables would be nice and light. So I'm cutting too close to the nipples board. That's the problem. In here, I've let it sit out for a little bit. It's still frozen, but it's gonna be out for a little while yet, because again, we don't need to put it on when we put the steak on, so it has time to defrost. It should be fine. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and drizzle it with olive oil pretty generously. And then some more of this salt, pepper, garlic from Kinder's. It's kind of hard to cook at night because you can't really see how much seasoning. I suppose I can get the light in a little closer. I'm gonna squeeze some lemon on it. I'm gonna do the other half too. These lemons were picked fresh from Warren's backyard this morning, so nice and fresh. Okay, and then I've got a little bit of some Old Bay that I'm gonna go ahead and put on top of the shrimp, and some more fresh rosemary here. So I'm gonna go ahead and get this on there, and then I'm gonna go ahead and assemble the packet and check on the fire and see if we're ready to stick the grate on it yet. Okay. That is one full Old Bay. It's not. I like too full. So we're gonna do it this way. Really love the Old Bay on the shrimp. Tastes so good. All right, we'll just put it all on there. Can't hurt. A little paprika. Because I love the color of it, really. Okay. I'm gonna get that wrapped up. I'm gonna put a second layer of foil on it too, just to make sure the foil doesn't rip. And that'll go on about maybe when I feel that we're 20 to 30 minutes away from, probably 20 minutes away from the steak being done. Maybe even less, honestly. So I'm gonna get this wrapped up. Yeah, see, there's already a little hole in it, so I'm definitely gonna need a second piece of foil. Try to get it flat so it cooks a little quicker. You can spread out a little bit. All right, let's go check on the fire. I'm gonna cover this meat up so I want to be cooking in the indirect heat, kind of off to the side here. I do want part of the grill on the flame because I do want to sear it first. So I'm trying not to catch on fire. But you know, if I could get it around 350, 450 about here in this area, I'd be happy. It's about 200 right now, so we're doing good. If I get the rack right across here, it's about 350 here. 360. The hardest part about obviously cooking on the campfire is that it's hard to maintain a stable temperature. So obviously we're gonna do the best that we can. And uh-oh, we lost the rock. I think we're okay. Seems pretty stable there. That's good. Alright, we're gonna put this on, see if we can get a sear going. Alright, we pulled the steak from the fire at about 1:30. I'm gonna just put a little bit more of this garlic rosemary butter on top of it and tent it for a while our vegetables finish up here, and then we'll be ready to eat. I think the shrimp, they don't have to turn it over. I think that is going to help us here. Ooh. Let's see. Yeah, this side. This side maybe. No, it's still good. Alright. Let's see the shrimp on the bottom though. So we'll give it about 5 more minutes. And we should be ready. So we got the steak off the campfire first. We let it sit for about 15 minutes while the vegetables finished cooking. So the steak actually cooked quicker than I thought it would, and the vegetables took a little longer than I thought it would. And I think that's because I put the potatoes in there. But anyway, it's all ready to go. I'm gonna cut up the steak, slice it up, plate up the vegetables, and we are going to get some food in our bellies. I don't know if this is really the right nice to do that. Alright, there we go. Got the big bone off. Go ahead and slice it up now. Cut that little fat. There's some fat here. I'm gonna cut that off. Alright. Sorry, the table is shaking. It's looking good. A little more fat over here. Let me get that off to the side there. This little chunk of fat. Just be careful on the ends, there's little chunks of fat. Okay. We'll use this. Got some shrimp and vegetables in here. Scoop them on the plate. I probably need a bigger spoon to make this a lot easier. Alright, there we go. Here's our surf and turf. Our shrimp's kind of stuck on the bottom there, but we're gonna go eat now.